Hi everyone, this is Erin from Sandpaper Road. So happy to be a part of the Xyron Makers team. And so today I'm sharing this 4th of July accordion book that I made with my Xyron sticker maker and my 3-inch sticker maker and my Mega Runner. It is an amazing project and it's a lot easier to make than you may think. Holds so many fun embellishments, photos. You can flip through it this way. There's lots of fold opens and just lots of neat places for journaling, pictures, ways to document your family traditions for the 4th of July. But the fun part about making this book is that when you open it up, it opens up completely like an accordion and folds up like a map. And you've got two full sides of goodness. It's really easy to make, and I'm going to show you how I do it in this video, so stick around. First, we're going to assemble our accordion book, just the outside, and I am using some brown cardstock. All of these are 8.5 by 11 size sheets, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 sheets. Honestly, this project would probably be a little bit easier if you had 12 by 12 sheets. I didn't have this color in 12 by 12, so I am just using what I had. I really wanted brown. I am cutting all of these sheets to 6 inches by 11, and we'll just save that strip off to the side. Okay, so this is probably the easiest way to assemble your book with the least amount of headaches and just the easiest way. I experimented with a lot. I mean, there's a variety of different ways to assemble it, but in terms of just instructionally, I think this is the easiest way. Okay, so they're all 11 inches long still, but 6 inches wide. We're going to take one of these pieces and cut it at 6.5. So there was the 6. And there's the 6.5, and I'm going to cut that, put this guy off to the side, take one of these, and we're going to adhere these together. We're going to make the outside first. All right, so I've got my Mega Runner, and once I put down a little strip, I will show you. This is a little bit crooked, but you can see that it puts down a nice strip of very strong dots. Okay. And we'll just put that right like so. Okay. All right. So now we're going to score. The easiest way is just to work with the measurement of where you're going to put the paper. So I'm going to put it first at 4 3/4. Okay, so right there, 4 3/4, and score. Then at 5, and score again. And then at 11. Say 11. Okay. And then at 11 1/4. All right, there we go. And now okay, we just crease all of our score lines really well. And this is the outside of our accordion book. Where is my other score line? There it is. This is nice, good cardstock too. Okay. All right, good. Now we have the outside. Okay, just like so. And we could trim that down if we wanted. I kind of like it the way it is. To make the accordion part on the inside, we take all of the rest of our pieces that we have trimmed to 6 inches this way and then 11 inches this way. And we're going to first adhere them end to end to end to end, just the same way we did before. The nice thing about using the Mega Runner is that we know that it's a 1/2 inch across, so that we don't have to score or anything like that. We can just do our 1/2 inch adhesive. It comes down real, real nice. Okay. And it's super strong. Okay. Easy. So we're going to take this big long piece that we made now, and we're just going to score the whole thing at once. We're going to pretend that these individual seams are not even there. So we'll start with scoring at 5.5. On the first one. Now here's the tricky part. You're now going to put the score mark that you just made at 5 3/4. So I'm going to really recommend that you mark your paper trimmer somehow. I have mine marked at 6 with this black piece of washi tape. So I know that 5 3/4 is just right there. Okay. 5 3/4. Then measure this score mark. Now, obviously, if you have a score pal or some sort of scoreboard, it's going to be a lot easier for you. That first one is 5.5, and then from here on out, they're 5 3/4 apart. That's the whole situation. So I'm just going to go right through and mark them. And then that score mark. And then that score mark. My table isn't this long. All right, and then that score mark. And then that score mark. I'm knocking things into my trash. I can just hear it. There we go. Now, you're going to end up with this little flat piece left over. You could either cut that off or leave it, because this will make a perfect pull tab. And that way you have something if you want to do a fancy die cut right out of this piece. You'll see in just a second here, we're going to fold it and you'll see exactly what I mean. So this piece we started with is going to be the bottom. As a matter of fact, if you want to put like, we're going to cover all this up anyway, so if you want to write bottom on it, you can feel free. I know you can't really see pencil on brown. All right. Now we're going to do just a loose fold. This one's on the bottom. I wrote the word bottom in pencil. That's actually the part that's going to go against the bottom. And then it kind of just accordion folds on its own, really. Just like so. Boom, just like that. Okay, and we'll reinforce that down like that. See what I mean about this little pull tab? Can you imagine? See, now you'll pull it this way. All right. And you can cut there. And where's our case that we made, or our cover? Alrighty, here's our cover. When I say bottom, the bottom goes right there. We will adhere this down to the bottom. I suppose we could just go ahead and do that right now. Yep. And then just like that. And then I'll fold in just like that. Okay? Yeah, let's go ahead and do that as a matter of fact. To the bottom. And then there won't be any issue. Yep. This guy isn't going anywhere. Very nice. I like that this has this little thing too to keep the stickies from getting all over. Although I am going to put just a little bit more. And I do notice that you kind of, if you really want full coverage, go a little slower than I was just going, I see. Okay. Yeah. All right. Uh-huh. Now I'm going to leave this folded just because I want to make sure that it's centered when it's folded. There we go. Is this how we want it? Yep. Pretty good. Do I have a little bit of wiggle room time? Oh, dang. No, I sure don't. Woo-wee. Oh, man. Okay. Well, if that is sticky stuff. So if you might want to have on hand just a little bit of undo. I should have done this ahead of time. Listen, this is what I'm going to say to you. Wherever you put this down, it's going to stick. So I'm going to recommend that you be a little bit more careful than I just was when you're putting it down. And secondly, having a bottle of undo on hand is not going to hurt you. Okay? It won't do anything to your paper or to the adhesive. It just helps you in just the case that I just did. And just lifting it up, see this wet mark? It'll evaporate and it'll be just as sticky as it was originally. Okay? No issues. I just had it on there a little bit crooked. Yep. Very nice. Look at that. That is wonderful. There we go. Yep. Okay, this is the fun part. Now that we've got our accordion book base all finished, now it's just a matter of covering it. It's just regular old scrapbooking, and I am so excited. I can't even tell you. So I thought this video was going to be forever long, and sometimes I like to do voiceovers and a lot of times I don't. But I think to save time and to keep it in real time, what I'll do is just show you a few things along the way of putting this accordion book together. There will be lots more on the blog, so head on over to the link in the description box where you can see more close-up photos as the progression goes on. And yeah, you can kind of see. Today, like I said, I'm using this amazing paper by Echo Park. I love it so much. And I will also put links below for you to check that out if you are interested. Now, this paper, I love. So what I'm going to do is cut it into, this is a 6x12, and then I really only need 6 at a time. I would really love this to be the cover. I just really, really would. I think that this would be amazing. I have a couple things in mind here. I like this. I like this. It just looks like so much though. So I was thinking maybe this and this I think would be nice with this and that, and then that'll open it up. And it's gonna definitely need some red. So we're gonna do red, I think, on the outside. Where's the red? And this looks good to me. Something like that is kind of how I, oh yes, is kind of how I saw it in my head. Now, so we'll put that off to the side. Now I ran a couple of these little things through my Xyron already, and wait until you see that this may be truly a game changer for you. I had a piece of, and I'm talking low because I want to keep this under wraps. We're going to keep this tip on the down low. This is the single-sided fun foam, right? That you can get anywhere. How about the fact that this is my Xyron Create a Sticker machine that I have had literally since the beginning of time. I'm not joking. This is the first one that came out. It's vintage. Well, Xyron sent me a new refill for it, and I sure did. I ran that refill, or I ran the fun foam through it. Look. It made the other side. So now I've got double-sided fun foam. I know. Don't tell anybody. Right. I know you're thinking the same thing I'm thinking. Game changer is what you're thinking. Game changer. So let's see. What do we have here? What are we working with on the front? We are working with, this was one of the 5 3/4 by 6. So let's go down a 1/4 inch and go 5 1/2 by 5 3/4. How about that? All right, we'll do that. That should fit just perfectly. It should only fit one way too. Yeah, really nice. Woo-hoo. Look at how beautiful that is. Yep. The beauty of this is that I can work right off of there. And now this, I don't think this will fit because this is only a 5-inch machine. Now you can get the Creative Station or the Creative Station Lite. Well, I think it's the Creative Station will hold the 9-inch refills. So that's okay because I could use my tape runner instead for that part. And we'll get the ball rolling here. All right. Like I said, I'm not going to show you every single page of this accordion album. It would take so long. And I only have a certain amount of time to submit the project. So yeah. But I will show you a little bit because it's fun to watch somebody do the process. All right. So if that's that, let me see here before I start cutting. That would be wise. Whoops. If that is 5 3/4 by 5 and, well, like 5 and a, I thought I cut that to 5 1/2. Oh, 5 1/2 by 5 3/4. Then let's go with this one. Let's do a little bit. You know what? I don't feel like being that exact. I kind of want it to just fit. I kind of want to eyeball this. So let me go like this. I want that much of a border. That's what I want. About like that. So I'm going to cut it about right there, and I'm going to cut it about right there. Can you see that, or am I out of the film here? Yeah, sometimes I eyeball and sometimes I don't. Sometimes I just don't have time to be all that precise like that. Okay. There we go. Yeah, that's pretty good. We'll go like that. Well, I wish that little white was trimmed off. Will that change anything? Well, it's my scrapbook, so I can make it. See, I feel like this is just painting the steps. You know when you paint the steps and then you end up painting the baseboard and then you paint, oh, that looks better anyway. Good, glad I did that. That looks better anyway. Looks better anyway. But you know when you end up like you paint the steps and then it doesn't match the trim of the room that you ended up with, then you got to paint the baseboards, then you got to paint, you end up painting the whole house because you did one thing. Okay. Wonderful. Now, where am I at here? Oh, right. Use my secret fun foam for the front. Actually, you know what? Do I just want that like that? I might. Yeah, I think I might just want that like that. But let me keep, let's see, this is gonna look like this, closed up. This is gonna look like this, closed up. Oh, that's gonna look good. Let me angle that, and let me angle that. And let me do America the Beautiful. That's gonna look great. I would love it if this came out of here somehow. Maybe we can do, yeah, I would love it if this came out of here. So, but you know what? There's no way this is gonna fit. So we're gonna trim that. There is no way. I'm gonna fishtail it too. Okay. I'm using these giant scissors for this little thing. Oh my goodness. And I'm not going to fishtail that because in the image of it, it is already fishtailed. America the Beautiful. Oh wait, maybe I should. Ah, I cut it too close. That's okay, because guess what? That little phrase, America the Beautiful, is all over. And look, I even have one I ran through the Xyron. Ooh, but I didn't want it through the Xyron. Not yet. All right, well, right now we just have America. That's, we'll probably just end up leaving it like that. It kind of looks good. All right, good. Yeah, it kind of looks good, as a matter of fact. So let me cut this right like that. Uh-huh. Whoa. A little too much. There we go. All right, we'll use him when we're ready. And I think I want this guy to go through, but maybe not the others. Maybe we can do this guy with the foam on top. That's so nice. That, yeah, that's really nice. It saves a lot of time. I did on this is one of the cut aparts from the paper pack, and I did ink around the edges. Well, I kind of distressed it first too with my scissors. Just kind of ran my scissors along the edge and then distressed it. Yeah, so nice. Yeah, don't forget about those simple things that you've had for years. Sometimes the oldies are the goodies. Look at that. This, listen, this is a game changer for me. I don't know about for you. I have fun foam for miles, and I thought to myself, can it go through this iron? Can it? Well, it can, folks. It can. Okay. Yep, look at that. So wonderful. And we're going to put him right there. Now, I think, you know what I realized is that if I wanted a ribbon closure, that it's too late now, because the ribbon closure would have to go underneath this red cardstock. So, actually, no, it's not too late, because I could just use a little bit of undo, pull this up, put the ribbon underneath, and then have the other piece come behind. As a matter of fact, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Okay, oops. Let me show you where I am in my progression of the project. So I did use a little bit of my undo, and I just drizzled a little bit of the liquid right here over this, lifted it up a bit, and then I used my Xyron Mega Runner to, it actually, where is a scrap here of the ribbon? Too bad I didn't show you this as I was doing it, but this is literally what I did. This is a scrap of the ribbon. You can put right on the ribbon, and I don't know if you can see that. Let's see if I can get it to hit the light. Yeah, there a little bit. It sticks right to the ribbon. This is, I have another secret. This is ribbon that came on an Amazon package. So yeah, recycle, reuse. And so anyway, I put that right there, and then smartly did it when I was doing the back. Oops. Okay, now this isn't done, but just like I said, I'm showing you just the progression. So I've got the outside basics done, unembellished. And now I'm going to get to this thing here. This is a tab die from Creekbank Creations. It has a whole set, a whole tab die set, and here's what I'm gonna do here. Now, how in the world am I gonna do this? The only way that I'm gonna be able to do this, if I was a smarter person, I would have done this before, but because I have such a nice long accordion, and because you all are the smart ones, you'll watch my tutorial and learn from my mistakes, right? So here's what I'm going to do. Right here, I need some washi tape is what I need. Oh, goodness. It was right here. Do you ever lose something on your table? Well, I can't. This wasn't. I'll find it later, but oh my goodness. See, that's why I didn't want this roll, because I had the other roll. Oh, I see it from here. I put it somewhere where it doesn't normally live. Okay, well, right here. Now I want to keep this fold right where it is, but I'm going to punch. I really hope this works. Now wait a second. Before I do this, let me think here. Do you know what's going to happen? Do you know what's going to happen right now? What's going to happen if I went through with this? How many of you have done this exact same thing? You want something to happen. You know what I want to happen? I want the outline of this die. But if I die cut it, it would actually die cut a hole right where I want it. So let's do this instead. Let's use the die to trace. I have done that a million times, haven't you? I have done that a million times, because what I really want is this to fold over. That, like, this is the only part that I want left, and I want all the rest of it out. That's what I want to happen. Right. Now, see, then what I can do is I will cut this part out with scissors, okay? How about if I just do it? Now, see that? Now that will be folded, but watch this. Watch this. Because we have this die, I can take this and cut this out as such and have it match. Is that what I want when I open it? Yes, it is. Right like that. Okay. Let's move this for a second. Got 1,000 pair of scissors. There. Now this is what we want to happen. There. See? See? And now we can use the 3-inch sticker maker to go like this. Now wait a second. All right, I want it this way. Yeah, there's no sense in using that big one for this little thing. Okay, and you rub it with your finger like that. Yep. Peel it up. Where's my tab? Not sure how I feel about this, but I'd rather trim that later. That looks great. Look, I even gave myself a little bit of an out. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Watch. I want to score that right there. How am I going to score this? I need to just... Let me just go like this. That's pretty thick. Check that out. I kind of went a little bit outside here. That's okay. Awesome. That's exactly what I wanted it to look like. Man, I almost made myself a hole instead of a tab. There we go. Did I do it? Did I do it? Oh no. Oh, I see. Huh, I see. Interesting. Oh, okay. Well, we just have to train it. That's all. It just has to make sure, we just have to, I'm glad I left that little bit right there. Okay. Okay, just showing you the progress. Mainly we've been using the Xyron Mega Runner, with a few exceptions where we use the Create a Sticker, the 5-inch Create a Sticker, but because many of these pieces were larger than 5 inches, you know, we had to stick with the Mega Runner for this stage. So it opens up. I did add the ribbon. And okay, now this right here, I chose to cut. It just wasn't folding the way I wanted, and it was adding too much unnecessary dimension in the middle. So what I did was I cut off just, what is that, about 1 inch or so, and adhered it to the back, and then covered the whole thing with paper. So what I'm saying is I took off like as if I just took and cut right just about 1 inch, including the tab, and then took that whole piece and glued it to the back, and then continued to add my paper. But we've got, I'm showing you paper coverage right now. Look how awesome that is. Isn't that great? It folds like a map, which some people remember the days of maps where there's really only one way to fold it. Look at that. Now this, I ran out of variety because I had already used all the papers at least one time, and I had some red and white cardstock I had used at least one time. So this one is a combination of 2 of the scraps that I had and I put together. You can always create unity with some ink and an ink blending tool. I have tea dye and vintage photo. The vintage photo I had to use for the dark papers, the tea dye for the light. And then with this, you use a sanding block to distress the edges of the dark paper to reveal the white core. This is a little pocket, and something will go in there. And I'm just going to keep going. I think I'm ready to add a few pictures into my accordion book. And so I'm going to use my Create a Sticker. It's going to be so much easier to just, I've pre-cut these, just a few pictures for the one side, and it's going to be so much easier to just crank them right through my Xyron, like that, and it'll just take no time at all. Okay. I probably don't need to leave quite so much space. Now I will leave links below to where you can pick up a refill if you already have the machine. If you don't have one, I'll leave a link where you can check it out. All right, there we go. Now what I do is, oops, here's my book here. I do sort of give it, like I said before, just a little bit of a rub around the perimeter. Okay. And now I'll open up the accordion. Whoops. You know, I have a little adhesive eraser also, which is pretty helpful when you're cleaning up at the end of your project here, cleaning up your adhesive stuff at the end, because sometimes this just can get just a little bit gummy, and then this little adhesive eraser can clean that up. I added a few more things probably since your last look. Just here's a cut apart, and used my little 3-inch sticker maker for that. Here's a flap. As a matter of fact, I think this one right here is gonna go right in this flap right here. Let's see. That is perfect. Look at that. Yep, that is exactly what I wanted. Isn't that wonderful? All right. When you're making an accordion book, I want to point out something that I had some pictures where the main person in the picture, like, see how they're facing this way? And then in this one facing, can you see? No, you can't. You want to make it so that they're all looking in the same type of direction. Like, it makes it look a little bit more coherent, you know? I wouldn't want to put this picture here over here on this other side, because what would he be looking at? So it makes it appear as if the parade is going along the street. You see? Just be mindful of the people, the direction that the people are looking when you're putting down your pictures. But yeah, that made it really, really nice and easy with that Xyron. Okay, we're moving right along. I'm excited to share with you a little progression update. So we open it up. I've got all my pictures down, I think. And I love the way this looks this way. Isn't that great? Oh, wait, I think, did a piece of it got, yeah, the piece of it got a little, it's the pictures sort of tacking to the front of the pictures because these are glossy pictures. I added a little bit of journaling right here, and yeah, I think that's gonna look really good this way. Now again, oh wait, and we'll go this way. Look at how great this looks. And here's the fold open. And then I've added another fold open over here, which I could put something else here I haven't quite done yet. But I'm ready, I think, for the embellishment phase, you know. And look how the journaling looks on the other side, because I backed it with some paper on the other side. Yeah, it looks really nice. Now, if the accordion thing, you know, I could always just open it up this way and look at it that way, and then open it up this way too, you know, which some people might do. Now, I did make this with a journaling tag here, and I love that with the star, and I put it in like this. I thought it looked awesome, but then when I shut the book, there was so much red right there. I thought, yeah, I don't know if I like that, so I may end up changing that up. But we'll see in a minute here. What I wanted to do, and excuse the sleeves, I have a, you know, it is summer as I'm filming this, and I got a little stint of poison ivy mid video. So, you know, and it looks really bad, and it's everywhere. So you'll have to excuse the sleeves. I usually don't like to film with sleeves because I find them distracting. But that would distract you even more, I promise. So here I have some stars that what is this from? Why is this like this? Oh, I know why. That's not one of the stars I wanted to use. I used a regular star punch to punch out. These are the some papers from the pattern paper. Okay, so I've got a couple of these, but I'm going to use my sticker maker and we'll show you how you just literally, I just rested it in there, pull it through, hold on right here to tear, rub, and I've got a sticker backed, which I should have done with all of these, and I didn't. Okay, because even though the Echo Park paper pack comes with stickers, look, I can make more and specific ones from the pattern paper. And now I can use the punch. Oops. I'm gonna have to trim it though. And that's just backing this part that isn't sticky. And now I can go like this, punch it out. And now I have a star-shaped sticker. It's gonna be a lot easier to do it this way than all these that well, let me see, hold on a second. It's still easier to do it that way. But let me try to just run a couple stars through and see if it works this way. Okay. Where's the paper here? Okay. Oh, it still works just fine. It's just, oh yeah. Oh, it works really good actually. I didn't think it was going to work that good. Wow, okay. So I guess whatever you choose, huh? Because look, these were already punched out and it worked just as well. With this little one, I don't know if my bigger one, it might kind of get lost in the shuffle. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, that works real nice. Yeah, because look, now I can, look at that. I don't know if that's the one I want there though. I think I might want this one. Yeah, I want it right there. That's perfect. Look at that. Perfect. Yeah, this is great. Okay, what happened to the one I just did? Oh, here it is. Yeah, a little bit right over here. Looks good. So I think I'm going to just keep going here with some embellishments, if I can get the backing off. There we go. Just kind of making some stickers out of the pattern paper to make little embellishments now that the pictures are down. In my dream world, I would have made the binding of this a 1/2 inch instead of a 1/4 inch. Because, and what I did off camera, remember I added and made this longer. So because I made it longer and didn't account for this, now it kind of folds like that. Let me take this out. So now I kind of have to watch for, I mean, the tie will be fine, but now I kind of have to watch for the amount of dimension that I put in here, you know? So yeah. But I'll keep embellishing and give you an update when I get a little bit further along. So I wanted to take a minute and show what I'm doing to create this as I'm adding embellishments. Look what I did. I'm adding some little flaps because I had all these pictures right next to each other, and when I folded it up, they were kind of tacking to each other, because you know how glossy pictures get. And I thought if I could just add some of these cute double-sided cut-aparts to some of the pictures just every now and then, I think that would look really good. So I wanted to just show what I did. Now I had some of these strips and then some of these cut-aparts, right? And let me bring one close. So I ran one of the strips through my sticker maker, my Xyron, and then scored it down the middle. And you could score either before running it through or after. It didn't make a difference. And now, like what I want to happen is I want this right here, this cut apart, to be attached just with a hinge right under here. So it opens up but kind of covers that picture and gives a little surprise. So because this is already made into a sticker and I've got the score line there, okay, what I'm going to do is, I just thought you might want to see, I mean, it's really just adding a fold up thing, but it's kind of neat to see when you've got it made with the Xyron. Okay, now I'm going to trim it so it's exact. And actually on some of these I trimmed it just a little bit bigger than exact. Now because I want it this way and we've got the sticker here, let's see, then I want it on the inside. Okay, I want it like this and attached like this. So what I'm going to do is unpeel. Well, I guess it wouldn't be unpeel, would it? It would be just peel. Okay, so I hope you can see. Maybe I could zoom in. All right, so I'm going to leave half of that release paper there and just stick this like this. Okay, it just makes life a little bit easier. Okay, and now because I have this like this, I can take a second and burnish it down and make it really good. Okay, and now I can peel off the rest of the release paper and stick it down this way. Well, here, how do I want it? Like that. So imagine that it goes like that. Yep. Stick it right there. Okay. Yep, that's pretty good. And if you get some of those little gummy parts from your adhesive, you know, you can use your little adhesive remover and just kind of clean it up. And then fold it up. Okay? Make adjustments. Score like that. There. Easy peasy. See how that got a little gummy right there. Okay, we're ready for the final reveal. The mini album, the mini accordion album is all done. I love it. I am so happy. It was really easy and fun to use with this Echo Park paper and my Xyron products. And so it opens up. First of all, I'll tie it up nice and nifty at the end, but it opens up and we've got a pull out here for journaling, which on the back, I don't know if you saw, I did fix that there. I think that looks a lot nicer and it'll look a lot nicer standing up. This is actually from Creative Memories, that some of the journaling blocks. And then I added lots of flap opens and some stickers that I made. Now here's the tab, and I'm going to do a great pull out like this. Look at that. But then, and then it folds back up like this. And then a great pull out the other way. Look at that. That is fun. Now I'll show you the individuals. I did add a cover up here, or a little flap open, and flap open here. And it was really easy. I added a journaling block right there, which I'll add the journaling coming up. But I liked that the flap opens, what it does two things. First of all, it showcases the double-sided paper and the cut aparts from this Echo Park collection pack. And also what it does is add a cover to the glossy photos, because did you hear as we were progressing along, there was kind of a little tackiness with the photos when they folded against each other. This photo face against this photo. So this kind of helps create a little barrier there. And there's just some really, oh, I know you can't see that here. Let's see. Let's go like this here. Yeah, these. There we go. And then this folds this way. And then when we open it up, this is the one I like. Here, where it opens, it's got the journaling, but then you open it this way and this way to reveal the picture. Okay. And then there's the flap open. Well, I thought it was a flap open. Wait a second. Oh, right. It just got a little tacky right there. And another flap open there. And then this one is a flap open here for journaling. Really fun. Fun, fun, fun. So thank you so much to Xyron for providing the products today. You can find these at the links below in the description box. And if you head over to the blog, the sandpaperroad.com blog, which there is also a link below, there is actually a 20% off coupon code for Xyron if it is your first Xyron purchase at their new website. So head over to sandpaperroad.com and check that out, and that you can get a coupon code for Xyron if it's your first time purchase at their new website. And also don't forget to check out social media, Sandpaper Road on Pinterest, Instagram, and Facebook. And make sure to like and share this post with your crafty friends. And thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.